Okay, so let's go a little deeper now. Okay, a guy who's watching right now, a lot of the guys who watch me, I understand their mindset. A lot of them are under 21, they're teenagers or they're early 20s, that's kind of like, and then obviously there's also 30s and 40s and 50s and even 60s, but I understand the types of girls that you want because I see it in the comments, I understand the RSD mindset. So the first question will be, I'll tell you the type of girl that he might want, and you tell him what the fuck should he wear, right? And I mean hair, beard, tattoo, pants, socks, shoes, the whole thing, and how tight they should be, just like, let's deconstruct this. So the first one is a cocktail waitress.
Okay, so now obviously cocktail waitresses are used to being around guys that make a lot of money.
Yes.
Or portray that they make a lot of money.
Yes.
They may not have, that's the whole point. You can afford to buy a table. And usually the guys that buy the tables are taking all their other boys out with them and buying the drinks for. So you have to look like a guy who can afford to buy a table. Now what does that entail? For most cases, and this is also, you gotta remember, just to revert a little bit, is demographic based. And like where it was geographic. Where you are in the country, or the world for this matter, because we're on YouTube right now.
Right.
So what I would wear here living in St. Petersburg, Florida, or Miami, Florida, it's really fucking hot. So the dressed up, like a suit, is a little too much because I don't want to be the guy sweating buying a table. So you have to take these into consideration. And also if you're in high fashion cities like New York and LA, it is substantially harder there to outdress the guys that are dressed really well. Because they most likely have experience, like myself, and I've been doing it a while, so you're competing against that. But most people watching this probably don't live in LA, or they probably don't live in Chicago, or they're probably not going to the top of clubs. So take, for example, you live in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Dallas, Texas, you're a guy, and you want to attract all the hot cocktail servers. So yes, you're going to have to probably buy a table. So start there. At least occasionally, maybe get all your boys to pitch in, but you should buy a table. Okay? But here's where the difference. All your boys are going to show up dressed like shit.
Right.
You're going to show up wearing a nice pair of fitted slacks, maybe some dark denim, maybe some black jeans, pair of loafers, wingtips, Chelsea boots, some badass dress shoes. Like, it doesn't have to be a button-up t-shirt if you don't want it, but a solid colored logo-less shirt, preferably black, white, like a maroon, maybe like a navy. You want to keep it darker colors because darker is a slimming look. You know,
that's good. Talk about that. Why? So someone who's overweight, they should wear black?
Not all the time. You don't want to always wear black, but there's a reason that a lot of overweight guys look better, especially in movies. I follow a lot of Hollywood movies when they have take Jonah Hill for example. He wears a lot of dark colors.
Right.
He's a little overweight, but he's he can still look good. So yeah, dark navy. This maroon is a great color for all body types, but black. Even if you're overweight, I would avoid whites. I would avoid light blues. They tend to show more than a black shirt. You can see all the dimples. Right. So stick with the dark colors, but don't always wear all black. But a lot of guys just do that. And you'll still, if you're dressing like I just said, wearing all black, you'll still look really good. So it's up to you, but venture out of your comfort zone and wearing all black. But black and dark navy are like your go-tos, and charcoal grays. Stick with those if you're overweight.
Got it.
But back on topic. So, and you can throw on let's say a nice fitted blazer. They do make lightweight blazers that aren't, but the point is you're going out, so you're not wearing a full suit, so you're not all stuffed up like you work on Wall Street. So she's like, you're buying it. You may not be the one buying a table, but she's gonna look at all your friends, and she's gonna see the guy wearing a blazer with dress shoes on, and assume you bought the table. 9 times out of 10. And always be the guy that collects the money and pays the girl too.
Smart. Okay.
So now vice versa. Now let's say that you're in the club and all the girls are now looking. They may not be the cocktail waitress, but all the hot chicks in the club are looking at the guys in the table.
Right.
Because obviously they are, and you want to be the table with guys and girls. You don't want to be the table only full of guys. So they look at your table and they see a dude wearing some Jordans. They see a guy wearing some Adidas. They're wearing some guys got a.
So they're actually gonna notice this.
They will look at all
because us, this guy who's watching here, he has no idea what anyone's wearing ever.
Now, not every girl is gonna notice this, But the attractive ones that are used to getting hit on, which are the hot ones, are looking at this. They know what type of guy they want to go for. And yes, these are very...
Because they're selective.
Okay. And yes, this is a very shallow way of looking at it, but you're going out to get laid, it's shallow regardless.
Well, this guy wants a cocktail waitress. Hello?
Yeah, exactly. So, with that said, they're going to scan the table, and if you're you don't have to be dressed that much better, you just got to be a little bit better than all your friends. And most guys anywhere in the country can look a little better than all their friends.
Yes.
Because most of your friends, and it's like, like every group of friends has like the same type of characters.
Yes.
You got the guy that makes the money that usually buys everybody's drinks. You have the guy that's always broke, that gets the drunkest. You have the guy you have the guy that's just really cool. He's like the good wingman. He talks to everybody, makes everybody feel comfortable. And then you might have like the introvert that doesn't really say much. Did I just nail like everybody's group of friends right there?
Which one are you?
And naturally, unless they're kind of following suit with what you're doing, if you come right out of the get-go and you're dressing like this, eventually they'll probably pick up on what you're doing, but you have a solid 6 months to a year of enjoying them not giving a fuck until they start copying you. So that's like, and then you gotta be a little different. Then sometimes it's better to dress down than if all your friends are dressing up, because then you look like, why is that guy dressed down when all his friends are dressed up?
Got it.
But that's like deeper into like, once you, but if you're just trying to hook up with some cocktail servers or some hot chicks at your local club, just look like you can afford to buy the table. Like, and that was really it. Like, and different things will happen. Let's say you can't afford to buy a table and you go out by yourself, because I know RSD, like they teach you to go out by yourself and like, get out of your comfort zone. If you look like you should be in a VIP table, you will most likely get brought into a VIP table. Yeah. And then if you have good social skills because you've been studying RSD and hopefully you've learned a few things, you can talk to guys just as well as you can talk to girls. Yeah. You might meet a group of guys who just happen to be buying a table. And they invite you in because you're a cool guy. Yeah. With that said, those guys that are buying a table are probably good to know. Because they're buying tables.
Yes.
So they probably make money. So they probably are a little more successful than maybe your friends that are in the college bar.
Right.
So always be on the lookout. It's not always about going out to get laid. It's meeting new people. And if you look like you belong in VIP, chances are you'll end up in VIP.
Yeah, you're actually totally right, because in Miami, I've been living in Miami for the last 3 months, and I've gone to places like Live or Nikki Beach, where I would approach a group of people and I would start talking to them, and the guy would be like, hey man, come to my table. Yeah. And then I was like, let's go. And then we have a great fucking night and we just do whatever we want. It's like we own that table because I have better game than that guy and he knows it. And that's why he's inviting me, and he also likes the way I look. Yeah. So that also works.
You gotta look like you belong, and especially when it comes to nightclubs in those high profile cities like Vegas, New York, Chicago, LA. They're not gonna let you, unless you can afford to buy like $10K on a table. Right. They're not letting you in wearing Jordans. Like they're not letting you in wearing an oversized T-shirt with some jeans. Right. Like you can't wear Timberlands. Like and it's like, and guys show up. You'll always have that one friend that shows up wearing the clothes that can't get into the club.
Yes.
Like don't feel bad about knowing that guy, but just tell him you're the fucking idiot. I'm going in the club. You're going home. Like so. Like, it's okay to dress that way, because when somebody, especially like a Liv or like Marquis or Hakkasan, when they're looking to let guys in, they're very selective on what guys they let in. In general, if you're a guy, it's hard to get in, even if you want to buy a table. Yeah. They don't want to sell you a table. They'd rather stack a table full of girls. Yeah. So if you just look like you can afford to buy a couple of drinks, they'll usually scoot you to the front of the line. They'll maybe put you with another party and you'll get in under general admission a lot faster than if you were just some douchebag wearing, your favorite sports team's t-shirt and some cargo shorts. Because you never want to get all up to the door and be told you can't get in because of how you dress. Like, that's the fucking shittiest thing ever. Right. Yeah, and that's kind of, we went way off topic there about a cocktail server, but that's kind of the whole nightclub genre. Yeah. And a lot of guys fuck up the nightclub look. Usually the dressed up look for a nightclub is like, guys go to Express and they buy like one of 6 colors that Express has. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the blue, you've probably seen the purple, you've seen the orange. Like, they all buy the same fucking Express shirts. They all buy them too big, and they buy the pants too baggy, and they have square-toed dress shoes, and that's their dressed up. So that's like your competition. That's who you're competing against when it comes to like them letting you in the club and meeting the women.
Right.
And then that's what the girls are looking at. And that's what the girls think is dressed up for those guys.
Right.
But then they look over at you and you're wearing skinny jeans, some dope boots, a fitted blazer.
Right.
And you got like a, you know, your hair doesn't have to be trendy. Doesn't just put together and look like you shave or like you trim your beard.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're like, I want to go talk to that guy. And it pre-selects you as being higher status and being the person that people want to be around. So, but that's how you get a cocktail waitress in 20 minutes of fluff.
Hey man, thanks for watching this video. Ryan has just released a fucking fantastic product, brand new, just for the Doc Testosterone tribe. It's called the 7 Looks That Make Her Want to Fuck You. Now, this product will lay out for you step by step what to wear, where to buy stuff from, what to pick out for different events such as a date or something you do business casual. All that is laid out in one place in an ebook that he has made just for us. This bonus, this special, you can get started right away. The first link in the description below, and get started ASAP. I will see you in the next video. This is Doc Testosterone, and I'll see you next time.